And when you finally find yourself again, do not let her go. Because getting her back was not easy. You had to sit with yourself, like really sit with yourself. No distractions, no noise, no outside opinions telling you who you should be. You had to sit with God. And that part wasn't pretty either. That was uncomfortable. That was quiet. That was you having to be honest about where you were and where you were headed. And you had to let God rebuild you brick by brick, not overnight, not instantly, but slowly. You had to unlearn habits that felt normal but weren't healthy. You had to confront parts of yourself you used to avoid by staying busy. You had to grow in ways nobody clapped for, nobody reposted, nobody even noticed. There were moments where it felt lonely, moments where you questioned if the old version of you would have had it easier, moments where you wanted to go back to what was familiar just because it was familiar, but you didn't. You chose discipline. You chose obedience. You chose to let God shape you instead of fighting the process. So when you finally find yourself again, when you're not second guessing everything, when you're not forcing connections, when you're not explaining why everything does not sit right, do not let her go. Not for attention, not for comfort, not because being alone feels unfamiliar. And it's not even that you're cold now. It's just that you're more sure of yourself. You don't need to over explain anymore. You don't need to ignore what you feel just to keep peace. You peep things quicker and you don't second guess it. You move slower on purpose now. You think before you react. You listen before you commit, and you still love. You just don't give access like how you used to. That version of you did not come from nowhere. She came from prayer. She came from obedience, from letting God do the work instead of rushing the outcome. The Bible says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And that's in Proverbs 4:23, meaning protect the woman you became after God did his work. Do not abandon her trying to go back to old patterns. Don't silence her just to feel familiar again. Don't trade your peace for anything God already freed you from. You worked too hard to get back here. So keep her, move with her, honor her, and remember, God does not miss.